How do you deal with the arguments?
Good question. Personally, all the time I get screamed at. She will say stuff like, I'm childish, or I have a frat boy mentality. And I will say, thank you, because that implies that I attended university, or at least got accepted into one.
Which do you value more, friendship or a relationship?
Well, you can't play poker on the weekend with your girlfriend, but you can have sleepovers with your guy friends. So does that answer your question?
Where would you take someone on a first date?
Personally, I always take them out for a nice Greg's meal deal, for what I like to call sausage rolls and small talk. Of course, then on a second date, you upgrade and go to a big Tesco's, or maybe a Morrison's.
Is marriage the most important step of a relationship?
Well, I have been married 3 times, and I'm only 25, so I think personally, at least I should slow down a bit.
Did you at least enjoy your wedding day?
I think wedding ceremonies are a bit overrated. I mean, it's called a special day, but everyone has one. I think we should start having divorce ceremonies, because the opportunities for them are rarer. And don't say it's not a happy occasion, because you are happy just to get away from them. You could even have honeymoons, where you both go on separate holidays.
How important is financial security in a relationship?
I would personally say it's very important. When getting to know a person, I always make it very clear I have 600,000 Nectar points saved up, ready for when my fridge breaks.
How do you build up the courage to talk to someone you like?
I never used to go and talk to women. It simply made me too nervous. Well, thanks to my terrible diet choices, I also suffered from constipation. Well, I started to notice when I spoke to a woman, I would need to nervous poo. From then on, I was out at clubs every night speaking to all the attractive women, just so I had regular bowel movements. But it was fairly awkward explaining the next day why I chose to speak to them.
How do you try and impress the parents when you meet them for the first time?
Personally, I always bring a box of mints to offer them throughout the night. You can't go wrong with a Tic Tac. I would only offer them out when I think I did something wrong though. However, often what happens is after a night of swearing and drinking, I have offered out all my mints. I'm not even sure they like me.
How do you cope with the stress of a first date?
You should never let yourself get panicked during a first date, mainly because the pressure might make you act different, but also because if the date is going that bad, you could just pretend to go to sleep and your problem will just walk out the front door.
My partner really hates when I smoke cigarettes, but I'm really struggling to give them up. Is there any way for a fair compromise?
Well, lucky for you, there are plenty of healthier alternatives out there to help people move away from cigarettes. Just recently, I swapped to pipes and cigars, but there is also chewing tobacco.
Bye, have a beautiful time.